So you want to break out of that cycle of being broke and stressed out? Well, there's one number you need to get obsessed with. And it's not 1,000,000. It's not even 100,000. It's 10,000. Today we're going to walk through a self-made millionaire's blueprint for earning that first, and most important, 10 grand.
You see, this number, it's not just something you pull out of a hat. It's a real milestone. Why? Because that first $10,000 is by far the hardest money you will ever make. But once you get there, trust me, everything starts to change.
And this is the key, right? Hitting that goal proves something to yourself that no one can ever take away, that you have a skill that can be repeated. It proves that making money isn't just about getting lucky. It's a process, a system that you can learn, you can master, and then you can scale up into some serious wealth.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll dig into why that first $10,000 is such a big deal. Then we'll look at 4 main ways to actually get it. After that, we'll lock in on a specific online blueprint, break down the 4 skills you need to level up, and finally, talk about turning that income into actual long-term wealth.
So let's kick it off with part 1. And remember, the real focus here isn't just about the cash. It's about building the skills, and more importantly, the mindset that's going to pay you back for the rest of your life.
Now this is where so many people go wrong right out of the gate. They chase these high-risk, lottery ticket ideas like crypto or day trading, just hoping to get lucky. But that whole approach is backwards. When you're just starting, you need a side hustle. Something with a low cost to get started, something that depends on your skill, not luck, and, this is crucial, something that creates a constant flow of cash into your pocket.
Okay, so if we're dodging those get-rich-quick schemes, what's left? What are the real options? Well, that brings us to the 4 main paths to earning your first bit of real money. And choosing the right vehicle here is absolutely critical.
This table just lays out the trade-offs perfectly. You've got in-person services, right, like mowing lawns or dog walking, super fast cash, high profit margin, but you can't really scale it. Then there are products. Selling locally is slow and low margin. Selling globally can scale, sure, but it's slow to get cash in your pocket. But then you look at that last one, online services. High scalability, high profit margin, and it's fast. It's kind of the best of all worlds.
And yeah, that's why it's the clear winner, especially if your goal is to make money as fast as possible. You get that global reach, but you also get these massive 70 to 80% profit margins. And that money goes right into your bank account, not back into buying more inventory or whatever.
So we've got our vehicle, online services. Awesome. But what service do you actually sell? The next step is to figure out your specific niche, the place where you can provide some real, tangible value. Finding your sweet spot really comes down to answering these 3 questions. First, what are you already pretty good at? Second, what are you genuinely curious about learning more about? And third, and this is the most important one, what problems are businesses already spending money to solve? Where those 3 circles overlap, that's your sweet spot. That's your opportunity.
And this is a big one, seriously. So many people get paralyzed, thinking they need to spend 6 months in a course to become a perfect expert before they even start. That is totally backwards. Your goal is to get in the game, to get real-world experience as fast as you can. You got to earn and learn at the same time.
Okay, so you've picked your skill, you're ready to jump in and learn on the job. Now what? How do you actually turn that skill into a real high-income stream? Well, that's where this 4-part skill pyramid comes into play.
These are the 4 pieces of the puzzle. You've got positioning, leverage, reach, and automation. And here's the thing, you have to master them all together. If you miss even one of these, you're going to stay stuck, working hard, but never actually breaking through to that $10,000 goal. Let's look at each one. First up, positioning. Look, this isn't about learning a brand new skill. It's about taking the skill you have and applying it where the money is already flowing. And guess what? Businesses will always pay for things that help them make more money. Getting more customers, closing more sales, you name it. Go there.
Second, leverage. Oh man, this is a game changer. You have got to stop trading your time for money. If you charge by the hour, a business sees you as an expense. But if you charge for the result, if you can show them you're bringing in more sales or saving them money, suddenly you're not an expense anymore. You're a valuable asset.
Number 3 is reach. You need to stop cold emailing hundreds of people and start attracting clients to you. There's this great story about a guy who just started posting his graphic design work on TikTok just for fun. He got so many people asking to hire him that he turned it into a full-time business. So put your work out there. Show people what you can do. Make them come to you.
And finally, automation. Here's a little secret for you. The people who get paid the most aren't always the most talented. They're the most reliable. They hit their deadlines. They communicate well. They're just easy to work with. And the key to being reliable is having systems. Use simple tools to keep yourself organized so nothing ever falls through the cracks.
Okay, so you followed the blueprint. You're making a great income, you've hit that $10,000 goal. Amazing. But the mission is not over. Not even close. Now you have to make the shift from just earning money to growing it. And that is the huge difference between being rich and being wealthy. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The rich get a paycheck, and they think about what they can buy with it. A new car, a new watch. The wealthy get a paycheck, and they think about what assets they can buy. Assets that will make them even more money down the line. Internalizing that difference is everything.
So how do you actually make your hard-earned cash start working for you? Well, you invest it, but not all investments are the same. A really smart way to think about it is on a scale of risk versus reward.
Think of it like this. All the way on the left, you've got your super safe, low-risk savings account. That's your safety net. As you move to the right, you get into things like index funds, then individual stocks, and then way over on the far right, you have the wild, very high-risk world of crypto.
So let's break down this strategy here. First, savings. That's your foundation, your emergency fund. It protects you. Next, you have index funds, like an S&P 500 fund. This is the core of a long-term strategy for most people. It's diversified, it's low maintenance. Then you have individual stocks. A little riskier for sure, but a great way to learn by researching companies you really believe in. And finally, you have crypto. This is the roller coaster. This is where you only put money that you are 100% prepared to lose.
And that really brings us to the final big question you have to ask yourself. You have the blueprint now. So what's your goal? Are you building an income just so you can spend it? Or are you ready to start building an income you can use to grow real, lasting wealth? The choice is yours.